Another day, another round of glorious climbing competitions, but today it's the turn of the women to shine. We're starting off with the semi-finals, that brutal cut where we find just 6 athletes. So let's check out some of the climbing and find out who made it through. The women's semi-final was a cagey round, with tops only really coming in the second half. We saw lots of slips and falls along the way, with the athletes battling technical and powerful boulders, requiring full focus. France's Nelly Migan made it easily to the zone on the final slab and then had to drive through the next sequence. She trusted her feet and fingers to get it done in 3 attempts and move into finals. Oceana Mackenzie is also into the finals in 5th place. She got 2 tops and zones on the other boulders, but was particularly impressive on the first climb. Brooke Rabatou flashed boulder 2, a problem on the steepest part of the wall that caused lots of problems for the athletes. The top sequence required lots of body tension as she manoeuvred her feet into the correct position to make a final lunge to the top. Finals for her. Mao Nakamura hasn't competed since 2022 before this season, but she's back with a bang and makes it into finals in 3rd. She showed great composure on the final slab, trusting her instincts on that last move. Oriane Berton launched her way across the first climb before having to solve the last few moves that again caused difficulties for many of the athletes. She trusted her heel, rocked up on it and stood up tall to make the last match. Natalia Grossman will climb last in the finals, qualifying in the top spot. She picked up a knee tweak on the first climb, so we hope she'll be okay, and she had to dig deep, eventually sending all 4 boulders and is way out in front. We're climbers, we love to talk about gear, and it's always fascinating to find out what the athletes bring to competitions. So we spent time with one of our athletes to find out what's in her bag. It's always good to know what an athlete carries to competitions. We're in a warm-up area and I found an athlete. So first of all, what's your name? Who do you climb for?
I'm Valentina Guado, I'm from Argentina.
Awesome. Well, you have what looks like quite a battered bag here in front of you. So what is in your bag?
Well, this bag has been with me for a really long time now. And in this bag, for example, now I have my roller that comes with me for every warm-up.
Just for stretching and stuff, I presume?
Yeah, for the warm-up and for stretching after the comp. And I also, for the warm-up, have my band to do some exercise. I always do some yoga before starting warm-up for mobility and all that, so my yoga mat is always with me. And I also have my climbing shoes. For example, now I have La Sportiva Theory, that these shoes are really good to climb on volumes, but today I bring it with me because are just really comfortable to an easy climb. And I also use other models like Squama or Solution Comp, that it depends on the climbing which kind of shoes I'm going to use. And for example, if you're doing, I don't know, coordination moves that you really have to feel the volumes and you have to run, there you can choose this one or maybe a Squama. And if you have to use really small footholds or you have to put your foot on pockets, maybe Solution Comp, it's better. So it depends on the holes and on the style of the boulder or the route. So that's why I choose one or another.
Okay, cool. Anything else in the bag?
The last one, it's the most important for me, that it's my child bag that my mother made to me. So it's really special. Well, it's my country flag that I really love, Argentina, and it's a way to have my mom close to me because during the season I spend like a lot of time far from home. So on this way I have my family and my mother close to me.
That's absolutely lovely. Love that story. And now, when I commentate about you, I'll know the story behind that and I can tell everyone at home. So thank you so much and good luck with the season.
Thank you so much.
I'm with Alex Honnold, and if you know anything about this man, which you should because he's one of the most famous climbers in the world, you'll know that possibly IFSC boulders are not your forte. Is that fair to say?
Fair to say, fair to say.
But explain for people who don't get this, right? Because you are one of the best climbers in the world, and yet this kind of style is just so different from what you normally do.
Well, it depends what you mean by best climber in the world, because I'm far from the best at many aspects of climbing, including things like ice climbing or mountaineering or competition climbing. And so this type of climbing is just a totally different style than outdoor climbing, than big wall climbing, than adventure climbing. But we'll see. I might be able to climb something. We'll see.
Okay. Well,
I'd like to think I can still take a good shot at it.
you have a huge audience watching you here in the empty stadium because we're just about to do the women's final. This is one of the women's final boulders. So, Alex, what we're going to do is I'm going to put 4 minutes on the clock. You get yourself ready. We'll start the timer, and you've got to figure it out. I know you've had a little look at it, but you've got to figure out the moves, try to top the thing. No pressure, but all the pressure in the world, okay?
Nice.
So I'm going to get out your way here. I might do a little bit of commentating. Just face the audience, please. You can't cheat and have a look at the boulder. I will start the clock. You're 4 minutes.
It's like a family watching.
There's so many people watching. All right, ready? Go. So, Alex immediately underway, straight to the wall. He hasn't really checked out any of the boulders here, but he's straight into the slab, immediately rocking up on a heel into a good right hand. And he's established. Good start from Mr. Honnold. But now the pitter-patter feet dance begins, and he's having a long look at the dual text down beneath him. Sorting out his feet. He's got to move away from that left hand at some point. It's a big jug, but of course we know jugs notoriously difficult to move away from. He's got to trust those feet at some point. Slides the right foot towards that jib. It's on no text. You can see the rubber from the athletes before. Oh, he's nailed it, toe on. Bumps that left foot over, but body weight might be a bit of an issue here. He's just got to adjust those hips in. That's a good move from Alex. Towards the zone, but that is a fall. And with 45 seconds gone on the clock, I mean, it's...
Honestly, I dabbed my mic against the wall. I feel like if I didn't have the mic, I could have gotten a little closer.
So Alex appealing to the judges there for a mic dab, but I have a feeling they're going to ignore that.
It's hard to tell if it's supposed to be a pitter-patter and like a jump into the thing, because I'm trying to do it statically. It's like what we keep talking about. You always try to make it controlled if you can.
All right, so Alex goes again, second attempt here. He'd want to send this quite quickly. There's powerful boulders to come in the set. Crosses the feet through this time. Way more positive from Alex Honnold. Lets go of that left hand. Trusts the right foot. And now he'll need to use this zone. You can't touch it, remember. Crimping, oh, it looks like the edge of the wall there with the thumb. Alex is stood up and he just needs to use that zone hold right down.
Does this count as a zone?
You kind of got to move your feet, I think, a bit. Judges haven't given it yet. Might be appealed, of course. Now it's a use for sure. That's points on the board for Mr. Honnold. And he's halfway through his time as well, so looking good. But this last move.
This looks fucking dangerous.
Ah, it's a fall in the corner for Alex. So this is not what I normally do during a World Cup, but how's it going? How are you feeling?
Oh, yeah. I do feel like with a lot of time and nobody watching, you know, I can maybe figure this out eventually.
Right, well, you have none of those things because you've got a minute and a half left. Just going to leave you to it.
Okay, but if I run out of time, I'm at least going to try to finish.
Yeah, of course. All right, so Alex pulls on for the third time here. Has he learnt? Has he made some adjustments? Walks those feet over, slides them down. Oh, it's a big fall from Alex. That's got to hurt the shins. It has. Are you okay?
Yeah, but
Oh
I'm like,
God.
this is why volume climbing is so dangerous.
I feel like we might have broken you. This is terrible.
Oh, look at this hair and skin.
Oh my goodness. That is horrible. number one.
Yeah, that's my shin.
Yeah. Do you want to call it a day on this one? Because
Well, I wish I could do the second half. Oh yeah, look at my streak, my shin. We got to clean that.
We've got to clean that, and you're out of time as well. Well, I didn't think we'd endanger you on this show.
Well, this is why pitter-pattering on volumes is so scary.
But genuinely, like, this is all in a bit of fun, but what's it like up there?
No, I think it's a lot scarier than I would have thought, because you're just kind of high and it's so precarious and it feels Yeah, I was like, this is a lot more intense than you think it would be. Yeah. I mean, you are just higher and more exposed than you would be in a normal gym. Like, that's my shin.
Okay, well, look, we're going to call it a day because we've injured the athlete.
And that's a wrap. We're going home.
That's it. Get the ambulance. But we are going to jump.
Definitely need to wipe the freaking hair off this hold.
We'll sort the blood, we'll sort the hair, don't you worry. But what we are going to do is jump into the finals highlights right now and see how the experts got on.
I'm going to bet they did better than I did. I hope.
Okay, I lied, it's not finals time yet. The setters actually watched Alex do some of those moves and he kind of broke the beater, so they decided to change the boulder. So they're putting on some different footholds now. And it just kind of shows the working process that goes on during these competitions. We came and did that pretty early on in the setting process and they were still working it. But fascinating that Alex Honnold made the setters change their mind. It was another supremely entertaining finals with lots of tops along the way. One of the rounds where the pressure builds as athletes send more and more boulders. In 6th place was Mao Nakamura. The Japanese athlete smiled her way through the competition and climbed 2 boulders with a zone on boulder 2. USA's Brooke Rabatu had moments of brilliance, flashing boulders 1 and 3, but the lack of zone on boulder 4 left her in 5th. Oceana McKenzie always does Australia proud, and she also flashed boulder 1 and was impressive on boulder 4. In 3rd was Naile Migan, a fantastic medal on her return to competition climbing.
Hit her with a bunch of pain meds.
Yes.
It's starting to become like other mainstream sports. Like the NFL is sort of notorious for. Oh wow, she navigated that bottom with ease.
Yeah, now that's the jib that was added with her right foot. Makes the match. But really, this boulder's about the next sequence.
They're looking really strong.
She is, isn't she? Wow. I mean, she is this strong. We just haven't seen her for a couple of years. Out to the sloper, but this
Really
is
solid.
the move.
No, easy. Just trivial.
Wow. 2nd place went to Oriane Berton from France. Let's watch her on boulder 2.
You know, a couple of tries to unlock the 2nd sequence, but the challenge is just that they can't try the 2nd one that many times because they can't get past the 1st one enough. Oh, there we go. That looked amazing. She sat on that volume. Yeah, she's relaxed.
Yeah, hip in.
Yeah, she's chimneying. Look, she's an easy trad climber.
There you go. Get her involved in your work.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet she'd be really good at that.
Of course, she'd be really good at it, but it'd be a total waste of her time. I'm like, I've got this 5/6 chimney you could do. She did that release so easily. Oh, easy.
Look at that. I did clap
Really
that.
good.
That is a top for Oriane very quickly as well. Finally, to the delight of the USA crowd, Natalia Grossman took gold. She set herself up well for the final climb on boulder 3.
I know, I dropped out of college so I could go solo 5'10", and you're kind of like, what was I doing in
I think
my
it's
life?
worked out all right for you, though.
I mean, yeah, I get to do commentaries.
Exactly.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, look at that. Just rolls right through.
Like Oriane, that shoulder.
Chill.
But maybe
Yeah,
a
but
little bit
faster.
easier,
Less
yeah.
of a lock off and more of a just kind of pull through.
Now, will she stab that foot up? No, she doesn't.
She just puts it on the top.
Big jump needed, though. Hold your breath, everyone.
Oh, nope. Setting it up, Sam. Easy. Wow, look at the height she got.
Oh, goodness me. Someone's playing with buttons.
Or freaking power went out because everybody just so psyched the crowd was electric. Just like jolted the power in you. She just needed the zone on the slab section of boulder 4, but had to fight through a knee injury to get the job done. An impressive performance from the future Olympian. Paraclimbing comes next in the Salt Lake City schedule, so make sure you join us on the live stream for more awesome climbing.